Hi, welcome back to BizJet TV, and today we're going to talk about dogs on private jets. Now, what some of you probably don't know is that it's very easy to carry a dog on a private jet. Now, if any of you have either taken your dog on an airline flight, you know how tedious the exercise is. Now, if it's a small dog, it can travel in the cabin with you. But if it's a larger dog, there's a whole series of things that needs to happen in order for the dog to travel on the aeroplane. From having a big crate that need to be put in, and often enough they are custom made. That does cost quite a bit of money to make that. Then the dog has to be delivered to a certain area of the airport, or they come and pick them up from your house and take them down to the airport, put them onto the airplane. So it's quite a tedious exercise and quite stressful for the dog. Well, the beauty of the private jet is whether you have a Chihuahua or whether you have a Great Dane, you can actually carry the dog with you on the private jet inside the cabin with you. So that's a great advantage, and a lot of people do take their dogs with them on private jet flights, and other people also have their dogs picked up and brought to them on private jets. So there's a lot going on, but there's a really interesting story that I came across about dogs and private jets, and this did happen a few years ago in 2013. It was an American staff sergeant, Andrew Morales, who was serving in Afghanistan, and during his time in Afghanistan he made friends with two dogs. These dogs were his best friends. They're Anatolian Shepherds, and they would follow him around everywhere, and he really created a strong bond with them. When it was time for Andrew to return to the United States, he wanted to take the dogs with him, but there were a few hurdles that need to be overcome. But thanks to an animal rescue organization, he managed to get them from Afghanistan over to the United States, to California, where he was living at the time. And then suddenly he got transferred to the East Coast, and he wanted to take the dogs with him with his family. So he starts ringing around all the different airlines, but because the dogs are fairly big, no airline would take them. So he reaches out again to the people at the animal rescue place and says, well, look, I've got this problem now. I've been transferred to a base in North Carolina. I want to take the dogs with me, but no airline will take me. So what they did is they posted on their Facebook page, believe it or not. Somebody saw that on the Facebook page. They rebroadcast it out on their Facebook page. This lady was reading, actually, Helen Rosberg, who's the heiress of the Wrigley Empire. Now, Wrigley, her great-grandfather was William Wrigley, the guy that created the Wrigley chewing gum, or bubble gum as you call it in the US. And she read this message on Facebook. So those of you that have commented on my videos saying that high net worth individuals do not actually use social media, they don't go on YouTube or Facebook, well, this is exactly what happened. This is back in 2013, so this is like 6 years ago. So Helen saw the message, and because she loves dogs and she understands the bond that people create with their dogs, she decided to reach out. And she reached out and she chartered a private jet so that Staff Sergeant Andrew Morales and his family could travel from California to North Carolina on the private jet with their two dogs, and so they could stay together as a family. So it's a great story of flying dogs on a private jet and charity combined together, and also a message that, you know, everybody's on social media these days. So it really is incredible. So if you do have a dog, you are in the private jet space, or you're thinking of buying a jet or chartering a jet, or you're struggling to take your dog with you on some trips, even a small aircraft like a PC-12, which we've covered in these videos, Pilatus PC-12, which doesn't cost too much money to charter, could be a solution to taking your dog with you on your vacation, or when you're moving from maybe one country to another, or one location to another, to travel by air with you in the cabin, which obviously will create less stress for the dog because he's going to be with somebody that he knows. So that's all from Fab Poli here at BizJet TV on dogs and private jets. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, like this video and share, and I will see you on the next one.